Hello, hello from Indiana. I am out here with the horses. We've got Wanda and Lorene and little Z in the back. And we've got the fabulous Dutch. For those of you who have been on my Patreon page, you might know Dutch from some videos over the past couple of years. And so I feel really honored to be doing tea time from the little herd out here. Welcome to anybody joining me at this slightly later than usual time. Welcome, welcome. As you can tell, I'm losing my voice a little bit, so I will try to speak up. I hope I am loud enough. But I wanted to talk a little bit about walking the walk, talking the talk, all the stuff that I teach when I'm out on clinic tour. So I aim to inspire. I aim to inspire lots of people with lots of talk. And it's fun. It is so much fun meeting all of you around the country and sharing my stories. And yeah, absolutely. From the Tack Shack. I'm so glad you're there, Joe. Thank you for lending me your herd. I love this little herd. I love my travels. I love all the people I get to talk to. But I'm about to go home. I'm about to go home and get to do all the practice myself. Not just tell the stories, not just explain theory, but really go home and practice. And I hope that's what all the various people who came to my clinics get to do too, because this work is very experiential. You don't really fully believe the impact of feel and timing until you practice it. And you can only practice it by going out in the paddock with all your horses and spending time responding to one of them at a time. What does each one need from you to feel like they are fully understood and like they are connected to you, not because you asked them to connect to you, but because you offered connection to them. So it's one thing to tell stories and to talk theory and to go through flip charts and to draw diagrams and to talk theory, which I love. I love it. I don't think I'm ever going to get enough of it. But then to go from that to actually working with the horses in the real day-to-day life. All these horses, it's getting towards dusk. The flies are out. They're a little bit irritated. They're a little bit restless. This is real life. And everything is always going to be shifting and changing through cycles where there is more concern. We've got a little bit of an itch there on Lorene's face. She took care of it. She's going to go through those cycles just like everybody in the herd. Little Z here thinks maybe I'm not paying enough attention to her, so she got my attention by nudging into me a little bit. Something that's very normal in the evening when the flies are starting to come out. This is real life. This is walking the walk. So thank you, Maureen. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, you've known me for a long time. It's fun to have you along. This is one of the things I wanted to talk about. I had the huge pleasure this trip of meeting up with a bunch of students that I have known for a really long time, that have heard my theories from day one, that have watched me stumble and grow, and I've been doing the same work all the way through. But the way I explain it has gotten better and better and better. And watching my students who've actually been practicing from day one and watching the ease that they have with their horses. I think that's the biggest thing with doing the practice of freedom-based training. It isn't so much what you can or cannot make your horse do. It is not so much the skills that you have accumulated or the trophies you've won. It's the ease of being between you and your horse. That is walking the walk. Do you know how to be easy in a wide variety of situations? Whether it's on the perfect day in the perfect weather with the perfect attitude, or on a bad day where you're angry or sad, or the bugs are out, or you're frustrated. Can you also walk the walk on those days? A lot of people will say you shouldn't spend time with horses if your energy isn't right, and I disagree. I believe you should go out and show your horse that you can walk the walk even if you're in a frustrated state of mind. You can go out and do right by them, whether they're hungry or tired or grumpy or happy or enthusiastic or any of the things that they might feel. You can meet them where they're at and show them that they can meet you where you're at. And this is a process of actions, walking the walk, actually showing up and saying, I know when to move and I know when not to move. Showing them that you know when to move and when not to move, that's timing. Do you know what you should do when you move? That's feel. So when you walk the walk, you show them that you either have timing or you have timing and feel. But you show the horse that you understand who they are on the day, in the moment. They get to feel however they feel. They are free to be them. And I can respond to them and be me. And we can make something beautiful from that. Yeah, Paula, the ease. Yep. Sometimes it's fabulous. And sometimes it's hard. And that's real life. So we're going to show up and we're going to show the horses that we fail sometimes, and then we pull it together and we do better. And it's in the art of failing and then doing better and then failing and then doing better again and again and again that relationships are built. Relationships are not built from a string of perfect moments. Relationships are built from a majority of improving moments and a minority of moments that fail. And that's something we strive for in freedom-based training, to show the horse we understand them well enough to be experimental, to fail, to have feel and timing that is wrong or inappropriate for the horse we're working with, and then to do better. And to have the wisdom to do better the majority of the time. And I just wanted to say to all of my students out there, the new ones and the ones that have returned in the last couple of clinics, thank you. Watching people at the start of their journey studying feel and timing, and people who are in a couple years in to this journey, it's beautiful. And it doesn't mean all your days will be perfect. It doesn't mean that everything will be easy, but it starts to mean you can count on the majority of your relationship to be easy, and a very small percentage of your relationship to be made up of solvable problems. This is what it is to put our talk into the walk. We can talk theory all day. I love talking theory with all of you. And I will continue to do that. I will show up for tea time and talk theory. But then it's up to all of us to go home and actually show up and walk into the paddock with the horses, feel the way we feel, show them that we understand how they feel, and then we can make the best of it anyway. We can absolutely have good feel and timing. Hi, Dutch. Regardless of how everybody feels. We know when to take action. We know when to be passive. And when we get it wrong, we take note and we do it better. Right, Dutch? So, given the fact that I am losing my voice, I'm going to keep this tea time very, very short. I hope that's some inspiration for you guys. Go home, go out in the paddock, walk the walk. Spend the time with your horses. and learn to do better. Day after day after day. The better it gets, the better it gets. So here's to all of you guys walking the walk and finding the ease in the majority of your moments with your horses. I love connecting with you. Thank you. And I will see you guys next week.